Hey, this is Adam with Tech.iv Club. We're in Movie Studio 17 Platinum, and we're going to talk about all the different ways you can scrub in Movie Studio. So this is something someone brought to my attention, and they said, how do you move so quickly? How do you scrub so quickly through a project? And I realized that it's something I was just kind of doing off the top of my head. I didn't even give thought to it. There's actually a lot of different right answers to this, so let's get started. First off, if you grab above, this is your cursor right here. If you grab above your cursor, you can actually grab, scrub, and move through the entire project while grabbing an in and out point. So whenever you're grabbing an in and out point, if you click and drag, you can just kind of scroll and in the meantime figure out where you need to stop. So in Vegas Pro 18, you'll hear sound while you scrub with the scrub head here, but if you grab the scrub head in Movie Studio, you do not hear the sound while you scrub. That's okay, there are other ways to do it. But if you grab the scrub head or anything lower in Movie Studio 17, you can just quickly move through and get a sense of where you're going to be, because wherever the cursor lands, you will see the frame in the project. Now, speaking of frames, you can actually dial in on a particular frame. For example, if I wanted to get to this 19.29 frame, the next would roll over to 1. If I wanted to get to this almost 30th frame here, I would go over to this time cursor position, double click it, and then I could type 19 in the second, so it works like this: hours, minutes, seconds, frames. This last one's frames. The semicolon actually means drop frame. Fun fact, we're in drop frame. So 2, 9, and then I hit enter, and then it jumps exactly to that moment. If I zoom in, you can see exactly to that frame. So next, we're going to talk about the rate. Now, you can get a little more control over the rate if you go to these double bars here and make your track bigger. But the rate is something you can click and drag, and you'll hear the sound up to 4 backwards and up to 4 forwards. But you can actually move backwards and forwards at differing rates in your project. For example, I'm going at 40% speed, roughly 43% speed backwards, 80% speed backwards. Now I'm going fast backwards. You can do a max rate of 20, while same is true in forwards. For a max rate of 20. When you reach the end of your events in Movie Studio, you will no longer continue to scrub forward. Another thing to mention that you kind of noticed, you can also just kind of click through a project and see where the cursor is going to be. That's another way to quickly scrub. Or you can move the event itself and see where the cursor is colliding with the event. Great if you're trying to like pick a starting point real quick and cut to it, snap to the marker, then start at the beginning. That's usually what I do. So I'm going to hit Control Z a couple times to get the whole thing back. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this little arrow right here. It is the rate. So you can actually set the play rate for your project with this little arrow. You can set it to, let's say I want it to set at 2 times speed. And like I said, you can grab more control over it if you just make it a little larger. Now, when I watch it back, whenever I play the project, I'm using my spacebar to play, but you can just play with this play button too. Whenever I play the project, you can see it playing at double speed. You can get up to 4 times speed in rate, because that's as fast as you can go and still hear the audio. And you can get to, you can't play at a negative speed because that would be playing the project backwards. So you can start at rate. You can do at a slower rate too. So like you can do at 33% speed. I made it sound like an old dramatic movie. So next, we're going to talk about the J, K, and L keys. So how to do it on the keyboard itself. So if you hit the J key, you'll actually play it in reverse. The K key stops the cursor, and the L key plays forwards at a normal speed. So the next thing to consider is that the J, K, and L keys will actually, the L and J keys will actually double in speed as you go. So they'll increase in speed, not double. So if you watch, if you hit L key, then hit it again, it goes to a 1.5 rate, and again it goes to a 2 rate, up to a 4 rate. Then you can hit the J key, go for -1 rate, -1.5, -2, -4. Now you can actually change how these work in the settings. I was just hitting the keys over and over again to increase the rate. So if you go to preferences here, you can go to editing and you'll see that the JKA shutter speed, if you go to slow and apply it, you can see that it'll actually lower the top rate it'll go. So I can only get up to a -2 rate with my JK and L keys, or a 2 rate. But if I go to options, preferences, and editing tab, then I can change it to fast and apply. It'll actually up the rate I can go up to 10. But at 10, you won't hear the sound. And some more complicated projects might start to bog if you're going at 10 times speed. That might be kind of rough on your computer. It just depends on the your computer strength and the thickness, the heaviness of the video for it to move that fast. So the last scrubbing keyboard command that I'm aware of is with the arrow keys. So if you hit arrow left and hold it down, you'll scroll left at an undefined speed. If you hit right and hold right, you'll scroll right at an undefined speed. Up and down is a way to zoom in and out, same with your mouse wheel. But you can hit the arrow keys one at a time to move through one frame at a time through the project. And that is super helpful. I actually do this all the time. That is probably my primary way of scrubbing, is with the arrow keys. If you have an in and out point set and you hit Q on your keyboard, you can actually loop that section. If there's something I missed, please let me know in the comments below. Like if this video helped you out, subscribe if you're looking for more videos like this one. Hope somebody learned something. This video was brought to my attention by somebody who was asking how I moved so quickly through the project, and I realized that this isn't readily apparent to everybody. It's just something I'd been doing for a long time and I wasn't even thinking about. So if you have any more videos like ideas like that, please let me know too. Also, there's tons of helpful links in the description, including affiliate links that help out this channel and other tutorials that you might be interested in linked below. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.